guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another Battle of the Best, and this time it's going to be brow products. I really just wanted to tell you guys my top brow products from high-end to low-end, creams, gels, powders, etc. And so please stay tuned if you want to see this video, and thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Alrighty, so I have a big old bougie drawer of just my top favorite. I have two other drawers of brow products for like clients and like my kits and stuff, but these are just the brow products that I will always gravitate towards, that I think are just the best. And especially for the brow color I have now, I usually use taupe because it's pretty universal, but when I had darker hair I used, I don't know, darker brown, so I have a drawer of that, and then this is just my top right now. But usually the products are pretty much the same because I like what I like, and then I just kind of get different colors. Just gonna start off with my brow powders and stuff like that. So my first one, and honestly the only reason I use this is for the what is that called, wax. Yeah, the only reason I use this is for the wax because these colors are way too dark for me right now. But this is the Ulta Brow in light medium. I really like this. This brow wax is great for the tail of my brow. I have the craziest hairs like right there, and so I literally just like press it on top and it holds those suckers down so I can get a really nice brow. So I think it's really great. It actually came in an Ulta perk, so I don't know exactly how much these run for. Another kind of drugstore eyebrow product is the e.l.f. eyebrow kit, and this is way too dark for me now, but I used the heck out of this when I had darker hair. This is more like a cream and this is a powder. And this is, I think this is medium, yeah, but it's definitely for them brunettes. So those are the colors there. That's the cream, and then that's the powder right there. And this is great. It came with a little brush, but I never really use those because they're always too thick for what I like. But this was maybe like $3, and they have, I think, 4 or 5 shades, and it's really good. e.l.f. just came out with a brow pencil also, and I've been hearing really good things about that, so I definitely want to try it. Brow duo powder stuff is these Jordana Brow duos, and these are great. They come with just 2 powders in it, a light for like the front of your brow and a darker one. This is in the color light. I have all the shades, but just in my little drawer right here I just keep these ones. Oh my god, I can't open this one. So this is light. I have medium, blonde, and dark, I believe, and they're just really great. They're very soft powders, like really soft. They really remind me of the Anastasia brow powder. I have the big kit, which is like $80, and it just has every brow powder plus the wax and everything in there, but I use it just for clients. I don't use it on myself. I'm going to go into like brow pomade and brow gels, and so of course the queen of brows, I have this one in medium brown, and I have taupe. I also have brunette, which is now I think called dark brown. I have blonde, ash brown, and soft brown, but these are just the ones I use more regularly. When I had a little bit darker hair, I used the medium brown, and now I use taupe. I use taupe in pretty much every brow color or brow product now. So it's just a very thick, kind of moussey consistency, and there is, it's definitely ashier. I prefer ashier colors on myself. Some people really prefer like warm colors for their brows, but for me it just looks really funny, and so I prefer any color that's more ashy. So there's that. That's taupe, and these are great. A little goes a long ways. And what a tip that I have for you ladies is when you have cream products, store them upside down, and it just helps keep the moisture going to the top levels instead of sinking, and then you get like a dry layer on top. And so I also have the Nyx Tame frame, which is their version of the dip brow, and here is here. I haven't really played around with this too much. There it is. It's a lot creamier than the Anastasia one, which can be a good or a bad thing, but this is just a lot warmer, and so I've used it once or twice, but I have to use another product like a setting mascara or setting gel that is a little bit more tinted, because this is just a little warm for my preference. You would think with my hair color it would go really well, but my eyebrows are black because my mom has black hair and my hair is naturally very dark, and so I do bleach my eyebrows now just to lighten them, but when they're not at that lighter stage this doesn't look very good. But I love the formula, and I have it also in taupe, and I love it. I just can't find it. A product I've really been enjoying lately is this Tarte Amazonian Clay Waterproof Brow Mousse. I brought this to Cancun with me when I had a different shade, and it is no joke waterproof. The Anastasia one is pretty waterproof, but it does smudge if you touch it. This, you can rub your eyebrow and it's not going to go anywhere. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but it definitely works. This, it says taupe, but it's definitely a warmer of the brown. It's pretty warm, but I do really enjoy it. I think it's very refreshing sometimes. It makes my eyebrows look a lot more natural, and I really do enjoy it. And my favorite eyebrow product right now, which is surprisingly from the drugstore, is by Nyx. And these are the Nyx Eyebrow Gel. And it is an actual gel formula, but it is so easy to work with. The dip brow and stuff is a little bit more advanced in the eyebrow world, but they're still amazing. But this just gives me so much definition. There it is right there. And then it's so blendable, and it's really liquidy, kind of creamy. And it's the perfect ashiness. It's really ashy and I love it. And a little goes a long ways, and it's so cheap and so easy to find, and they have so many colors, you guys, like 5 or 6 colors. And it's waterproof, it's long lasting. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna let this dry and come back in a couple minutes, and it won't wipe off. I have to legit use like makeup remover or scrub it just to get it off. I had a swatch on my hand and it lasted like 4 days. My husband's like, what is on your hand? Eyebrow product. But what are you gonna do? So my next thing is eyebrow gels. So this is the Tarte one, and you guys know I love this mainly because look how teeny tiny that wand is. It's like minuscule, and it is a great product. I don't feel like the product comes off very easily on your brows. You kind of gotta get in there, but it is perfect for the outer portion, which is mainly what I use it for, and these funny little hairs right there. But it is fantastic. I also use the color taupe. Let me see if I can swatch this for you guys. See, it's not even like swatching. Tiniest little swatch right there. But it is really great, and the wand is just perfection. A drugstore one I use, say I go a little heavy-handed with my brow and they're a little darker than I wanted, I use this Nyx Brow Mascara, because this is in the shade Blonde, and I purposely got it in Blonde because it would lighten my heavy-handedness. And here's the wand. It's about the same size, maybe a little bit larger than the Anastasia one, and I swear I can't swatch this. And say my brows are a little too ashy, I kind of toss that on there just to lighten them and warm them up just a tad little bit, especially in the front is mainly what I like it for. And then I have the mascara for your brows, you guys, or the hairspray for your brows. This stuff is no joke, and this is the Model in a Bottle Lasting Eyebrow Sealer. I use this mainly on brides, bridesmaids, prom, stuff like that, because this stuff is no joke a brow sealant. Like, I can't even open it. And it smells intense, and you kind of gotta shake it off of the thing and then use it. But if you hate crunchy brows and you don't need your brows to stay on, don't use it. But if you have a special event, use it, because they will legit be like sealed to your face and not move, and your brow product will stay all day. Probably won't be able to wash it off until like the next day, but it's so worth it. Now for brow pencils and stuff like that, I have so many, you guys. I'm gonna start off with my very first brow product, which is the Perfect Brow Pencil. This is the original brow pencil by Anastasia, and it has a super chubby, like ridiculous spoolie. You guys, this thing is bigger than my brows, but it's soft. It's not super crunchy. And this is in the color Brunette, and it's way too dark for me right now, but it's creamy and beautiful. And the only thing about this is I hated sharpening it, because I lose my sharpener like every time I use it. I used it today and I don't know where it is now. So that's the only downside. I think they're great, but I prefer the Brow Wiz more. And so I have 4 right now, the Brow Wiz, and then I have backups in my drawers, and I have them in the shade medium brown, dark brown, taupe, and brunette, which brunette and dark brown are the same now, the same color, but I'll just swatch this for you. And this is one of the ashier or the darker browns. So there is right there. That is dark brown in the Brow Wiz. And then this is, oh, that was medium brown. I so lied, you guys. That was medium brown. This is dark brown. There we go. I was gonna say, wow, that looks a lot lighter than I remember. Okay, so that next one, that's dark brown. Medium brown, dark brown. Medium brown, dark brown. There we go. Let's get this right, you guys. The writing is so teeny tiny. And then the one I actually use a lot is taupe. I'm just going down my wrist. So there's taupe. It's just an ashy, very light version of a brown. It's really nice. I use it on most of my blonde clients because it's just perfect and it works, and it's not too warm, not too ashy, just really great. And these are so easy to work with. I actually had a girl who, when she was younger, she burnt off half of her eyebrow, and so she doesn't have hair there. And you can literally draw little hair strokes and it'll look like actual hair. It won't look like crazy fake drag queen brows, which are fabulous, by the way. Don't get me wrong, I love to do a dramatic brow, but there's a certain time and place for it, and sometimes you just really need a natural brow, and these do it. And if you want, you can definitely build it up to be dramatic in your face, like, dang, my brows are on fleek. But they're fantastic, and this spoolie is like magic. Even if I use my other brow products, as you can tell, like, every single one of mine is missing the cap because I use these spoolies to death, because they are so soft and so wonderful. And I don't know, something about them, when you go a little heavy-handed right here, you can just flick up, flick up, flick up, and keep going, and it will soften your line so you don't have like a line, and then just fill it in. It's not, you're not coloring, well, you are kind of coloring, let's be honest, but you don't want it to look like you're coloring outside the lines, you know? So this just does amazing work. The formula of her spoolie did change. Like, here's the original, here's the new ones. These ones are a little bit thinner and more pointed, but her original is a lot softer, but these blend a little bit better, so I'm glad she changed it. So this is a really, really, really good alternative to the Anastasia one. I actually had a hard time tracking these down, but once I got them, it's great. The only thing is the cap doesn't fit on both sides. They have specific caps for each side, but I don't even bother putting it on there anyways. This is in the color Blonde. I still have not been able to find the color Taupe, but my cousin is a redhead, and I did her makeup for her wedding, and I used this color on her, and it worked perfectly because it's super warm. And so if you have more of a, I don't know, yellowish colored hair, or red, or like a very what's the word, brassy blonde hair, this is going to be perfect. And it is not as creamy as a formula as the Anastasia ones, but it's still fantastic, and I feel like I can get more of a structured brow from this, but at the same time you really got to get in there to get a very even, nice application. But I think it's worth it, and for the price, who cares, you know? It's like half the price or less of the Anastasia. So last but not least, I just want to mention my two favorite eyebrow brushes, and that would be one from Tarte and the Anastasia number 12. This is, I'm not kidding you guys, the tiniest eyebrow brush. It is so itty bitty that I even use it for wing liner sometimes, and it's amazing. The spoolie is okay. I mean, it's a little big for my brows, but it's still really great. And then the Tarte one, actually just, it came with my Tarte mousse or whatever. The only thing is it's a lot more flimsy than the Anastasia, but I like this to use with powder. Hate the spoolie, love the brush, especially for powder. It just applies everything so amazingly, like, even. It's just perfect. And so those are my top recommendations for brow products in general. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you so much. Please leave in the comment section down below what Battle of the Best you would like to see next. And I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know any brow products you love that I could try out that I don't know of yet. And so until next time, you guys, bye. Guys, so it's been about, I don't know, 3 hours since I filmed this video, but I just remembered I forgot to show you about the NYX eyebrow gel, and I've been washing dishes and everything, and so everything is pretty faded. I mean, look guys, it's like coming off, but watch this. I'm gonna take some of my simple water and a little cotton swab thingy, and I'm gonna literally scrub my hand. Watch this. See, everything else is coming off. Let me get a little bit more on there. You guys, I'm scrubbing my hand and it's not budging. Look at this. nothing. Everything else coming off, coming off. But this, nope, that's there for like 2 days now. That's cool, but no joke, it's a great product. Alright, sorry for the, you know, interruption. So, bye!